In the first instance, the tax base of this country is all of its citizens and others who are in this country who engage in any commercial transaction that results in a tax being paid as part of that commercial transaction. So if you go and buy a shirt at a shop, you pay VAT. If you, child, I was given an example, if a child buys sweets, there's also VAT somewhere involved. If you fill up some petrol, you pay full fuel levy, or if you fill up diesel. So often we don't explain that the tax base is all of those people who contribute to VAT, who contribute to excise tax, who contribute to various types of excise taxes. If you transfer property or buy or sell property, you pay transfer duty, that's there as well. And then you get various contributions on the corporate tax side, including dividends tax and capital gains tax. So there's a wide range of South Africans. So there'll be tens of millions of South Africans who constitute part of the wider tax base. Often what we refer to as the tax base is just the individuals. But individual taxation is only about 30% of the overall revenue that we actually collect. All of these other components of our society actually contribute tax as well. The second is obviously those that are employed. So they told you that the numbers currently are 13.7 million South Africans who are employed. Now, some of them don't submit tax returns at all because they fall below the 60,000 threshold. So below 60,000, you don't pay any tax. Between 60,000 and 120,000, if you've just earned a salary and you're not claiming anything in terms of medical aid or anything like that from the state, you also don't have to submit returns. That's a simplification you've had in the system for some time. And then above 120,000 income, you then submit tax returns, and there's 6 million of those. Some of that 6 million are also people who operate businesses as a sole proprietor. So that's also part of your tax base. And I think so it's important to explain that the tax base is as wide as everybody who contributes to any tax. And then in terms of individuals, is what I have described. And then in terms of businesses, there's a whole range of people who use different products. So turnover tax for very small businesses, the small business corporation tax for those people, and the normal company tax for normal businesses. Is this tax base wide enough? No. But how do you widen it? You widen it by growing your economy. You widen it by getting more people working in your economy and working at a level where they would be rewarded with wages that amount to them becoming tax-paying citizens. We need more businesses to operate in this country. We need the businesses that are operating in this country to have a wider commercial base than the ones that they might be having at the moment. We need more people to produce things in this country. In the manufacturing sector, for example, some of my cabinet colleagues make reference to the reindustrialization of South Africa. So if you manufacture things, then you become a contributing taxpayer as well. So we've got to do a lot more to grow our economy, particularly in the current period where we are confronted with both internal and particularly external difficulties. And a lot of our debates are now about how do you grow the economy? And through growing the economy, how do you create jobs? Because that, by creating jobs, as I said, you're actually creating taxpayers. And then the third element is by growing the economy in an inclusive way, the beneficiaries of that growth are also a wider set of people. So if more people benefit from the economic growth, then also more people have money in their pockets. And therefore you have more consumption taking place that also contributes to economic growth as well. So all of those factors are connected.